just some guy spreading information on Reddit. But first, I must bring attention to the most important thing going, and that is that Furnitureland is selling some free oak. Wait, no, that's not what it says. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and get into giving my take on what's going on here. I wish this fucking software would behave. Like, come on, OBS. Bear with me, guys. So, do I believe this? Well, I don't know. I thought I'd cover it because on the subreddit you can clearly see down here that loads of people are seeing it, so I suppose giving a take isn't necessarily the worst thing ever. But on the subreddit they said there's a new 4chan leak about AC Origins. Now, of course, there's no provenance to that, so we don't know if it's real or fake. But it says take it with a grain of salt. However, I think it's very believable. Well, I'll come to my own conclusion here, and you guys will do the same. So why don't we take a look at the 4chan leak, because this is just summarising what's said. So, here we are. Let's get this party started. Let's not. The leaked screenshots are both real, though they were not released by accident. The one image that is released months ago with the guy stood in front of an open passageway is very, very old screenshot. Or, sorry, is a very, very old screenshot. Since then, however, the devs have changed the player model to the one that's seen in the most recent leaked screenshot of the guy on the boat. If you have complete confidence in the screenshots, why are you saying leaked? Is it because you said they're not released by accident? I don't know. First point here, I suppose it's nothing that we don't know. Second point is, the most recent leak is taken from a demo you'll see at E3. We'll see. The demo will start on a small island and introduce the main character and the return of sailing. The demo mission is to, as seen in the screenshot, kill the crocodile. Once you get to the area he's in, they'll show you a new scouting mechanic, the Eagle. That's followed by the new combat equipment weapon system, and finally the assassination. Again, somewhat believable, I must admit. There's no real lack of provenance there, though. Sorry, there's no provenance there at all. There's no validity to this. So, like this guy said, take it with a grain of salt, yeah? There are no towers in the game. Yeah, I don't believe you. Shut up. You'll use the Eagle Companion to scout the map from anywhere. There's a limit to how far away you can go from the protagonist for side activities and points of interest. Placeholder name for the Eagle is Achom. Achom? Achom? We're gonna go with Achom, because that you know like that guy from the Crusades. What was his name? Guy de Lusignan. Yeah, Guy de Lusignan. Oh wow. Yeah. Well, I don't believe this because it says there are towers. There are no towers in the game. Sorry, there are no towers in the game. Yeah, that's not Assassin's Creed. There are always going to be viewpoints in Assassin's Creed. So that's something that. And Ubisoft games in general, they can't not put that viewpoint thing there, so I think that that's probably a farce. That's the first point that's got a weak footing to me. And again, there's no real proof, so you have to take it all with a pinch of salt. All characters speak English, like in Unity. The new Animus has perfected any translation issues that the previous version struggled with. Well, now I could see this working. I could see them using this as opposed to struggling with accents, because I don't think English quite existed in the way it does today back then, if at all. So, of course, it will be appropriate that it's translated, and probably with an accent that, probably basic accent in the translation, but it could, we don't know. New Animus, called Animus 5.0. User sits down in it. None of this moving around like your ancestor stuff the movie tried to introduce. I mean, if that's the case, that's good, but again, no real information going on here that makes me think, though there's no real proof, there's no image, there's nothing that works as evidence. New modern day protagonist, who's a male, already a trained assassin. Rebecca, Sean and William will make appearances, but the modern day protagonist will have a new team to help him accomplish his mission, given by William. Now, again, no proof to prove this, however, that would probably be a good thing. I mean, new modern day protagonist, trained assassin, new team, new characters, that's something we would want. But again, like I said, and I will continue to say, there's no real proof. Like this guy said, take it all with a grain of salt. You'll be able to put your hood up or down whenever you feel like it. Yeah, you see, Ubisoft, we know who Ubisoft are, right? Well, you know what they do? They're very good listening to what the fans want and then giving them something else entirely. Now, we want the hood up down feature that we can do, that it's saying we can do, so I doubt we're going to see it, just say it. But I mean, let's be honest, I'm not entirely convinced by this. Now, the thing is with the article, well, not the article, the 4chan post, whatever you want to call it, as you go through, it gets less and less believable, and there's no real evidence to support it in the first place. So, with any real logic to it, I would say this is probably not necessarily legitimate. I could be wrong, but I'm not convinced by it. The lack of towers, the mention of that had me like, what? That doesn't sound much like Assassin's Creed. Now, of course, with no real evidence, we have no choice but to take it with a pinch of salt. And the believable information is usually things that we already know, which does appear to be the case. I don't believe that there won't be any towers in the game. I don't believe the Animus 5.0 or the modern day protagonist stuff. I mean, I would like to, but there's no real evidence to support it, and some points just feel a bit off to me. The Reddit post was posted by Anonymous, so there's no backtrack of sources there. It's titled Assassin's Creed Origins, and it's just a few points of information. But besides from the lack of evidence, the bit that has me the most doubtful is that viewpoints have been removed from the game stuff. I never see that happening with Assassin's Creed. That is something that literally screams Assassin's Creed. Why would they remove that? However, this post, whether it's real or not, is still saying stuff about a controllable eagle, which controllable eagle, that's scary. I don't want that. So on that point, I really hope it's not legit. I don't want a controllable eagle. Now, there's no backbreaker, like a really ridiculous point here. There's nothing that's ridiculous to the extent where you can't believe it in any way whatsoever. So there's no real evidence to suggest that it's real or fake. How, if I were to put my foot in either camp, I'd say it was probably just some guy spreading crap online, but it could be real, I guess. But I want to leave you to make that decision, because I don't know. I'll take it with a pinch of salt, of course, because we don't know. I suppose when E3 comes around, if we see this demo like this guy's saying, I suppose then we'll know. But like I've said many times, there's no evidence to suggest that it's real. There's no evidence to suggest that it's fake here. It's just words at this point. It could be real, it could be fake. We don't know. So take it with a pinch of salt. I'll leave you to make your conclusions. I'll leave a link to the Reddit article and the 4chan post in the description if you want to check it out. But hopefully I covered everything that you want to see here. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you all soon, if I don't die. So yeah, slow down.